For the final assignment for this particular course, English 2311 Tech Writing for TCC, the assignment is perhaps one of my favorites for a tech writing course. It's called a walkthrough. Now, I'm a gamer. I love playing computer games. I always have, always will. And while I'm not really big on watching a ton of walkthroughs, there are occasionally times when it's nice to be able to look at somebody playing through a scenario, providing instructions through a scenario to be able to traverse something that's extremely difficult. So it's something I'm very familiar with from that era, but we're also all familiar with it in another way, and we've been familiar with it for years. Anytime you buy a box and you open it up and a set of instructions fall out, and perhaps multiple different languages and all that have either just words or visual diagrams and all explaining how to accomplish a task, when you have a combination of a paper document that then tells you to go to a website to watch a video or to read more about how to put together a particular product or to cook a recipe or anything else like that, you're looking at walkthroughs. Whether they're visual or printed, it really doesn't matter. They're still accomplishing the same task. But it would be wrong of me to have you just write a paper-based manual when, truth be told, we need to be prepared for multimodal delivery in a tech writing world. So we need to be able to not only produce in paper, but we should be able to present in presentation as well. We need to be able to make both parts. So this assignment's actually going to have you do that. So I'm walk through the walkthrough lesson page, and then I will provide you some useful information. So first things first, the textbook reading that goes along with this is Chapter 20, Writing Definitions, Descriptions, and Instructions. It's page 533 to 575 in your textbook, Technical Communication. It's a useful chapter to look at because, in all honesty, while I knew I wanted to do a walkthrough assignment, I kind of used Chapter 20 to help guide some of the components of this particular piece. Then, I've got three videos links here. One will take you to YouTube to watch a streamed walkthrough of the original NES Legend of Zelda. It's a spoken version of the assignment. There's no actual written text per se, so it's kind of half of the assignment as opposed to the whole one, but it gives a really good example of how a walkthrough can function and how clearly the information can be stated in just a very matter-of-fact, straightforward manner. Also shows you some of the faults of operating without a script or something specific in front of you, because there are moments when, well, it's a little distracting with the talking. The cooking one is from Alton Brown on the Food Network. It's his brining method for brining a turkey. This actually takes you to the Food Network, where you'll get the written recipe along with the ability to play videos within that exact same web page to be able to watch him go through the process of brining a turkey. And you'll be able to see how the written instructions and the video work hand in hand together. Finally, the medical walkthrough is not anything overly grotesque. It just merely is a walkthrough video explaining how to basically burp a baby. It has the video, and then it has the directions down in the comment sections of YouTube. I think it's a nice example of one option people could use for kind of delivering both the instruction manual and also delivering the video. However, I also would encourage you to look at the limitations of it. If you don't think to click the extended portion of See More when it explains everything about the video, you don't see the printed directions. So there's some stuff there. Plus, it does connect back to the organization's main webpage, which is a nice trick because it makes certain that you can still get up with the people when you need to. So let's look at the walkthrough assignment itself. It's not too difficult. There's two pieces to it. First, you're going to use Microsoft Office or Publisher to design a one-page manual that provides detailed instructions for someone following your walkthrough. Pictures are fine, but you have one page and only one page. And that does include a front and back scenario, not just one front and side. The manual needs to be interesting. It needs to be useful. You can use MLA or APA format, since TCC Connect's kind of embracing both of them. You have flexibility on sizes of the font. You're not required to go with 12 point, but remember, if you shrink down to something like, say, 8 point, it's really difficult to read the instructions, and yet if you go up to something like 16 plus, it's going to fill up your page way too quickly. I think that this is one of those cases where Microsoft Publisher is handy, as is Microsoft Office with drawn-in grid boxes, because you can put different content in it, kind of move it around along with the pictures and stuff, and find an arrangement that looks fairly good. Keep in mind, this particular document is all about sellability. It's something that someone could look at without ever looking at your video, and it should be something that's interesting, easy to read, easy to follow, and looks professional. It should look like something that belongs with whatever product you're trying to sell. 2. You're going to record and upload a video to YouTube showing you providing a guided step-by-step demonstration using your manual as the structure for the script. You're not going to follow the manual exactly because you're going to simplify some stuff in the manual. You're going to provide the steps as opposed to spending a whole bunch of time on exposition, making it look all beautiful and flowing and cute and whatnot, like the examples do up above, especially the Alton Brown one. For the presentation, you want it to be something, beautiful, something flowing, something like that. So, as far as the video settings are concerned, when you upload it to YouTube, you have 3 options for setting privacy on YouTube. You can set the privacy as either public, which means everybody can see it, private, no one, even someone with the URL can see it except for you, and then unlisted. So unlisted means that if you send somebody the URL, they can go to the video. Without that URL, they can't get to the video. And it doesn't show up in search results or anything else like that. If you don't care if people see it, feel free to just leave it public. If you care that people see it, unlisted is what you're going to want. That covers this part right here. The video will have some optional settings I'll cover in class on Monday. I'm covering it now so that it's all in one nice, neat video. Now, the 2 assignments are symbiotic. They go together hand in hand. While they may, while the score out kind of works, and also that I can put in the points and on, to be able to give you credit for each one. If you don't have one, the overall assignment's going to fail. So you have to do the video, you have to do the manual, you have to submit them both. You have to submit the video and submit the URL for the YouTube video. It'll go into the comments when you make the submission under the walkthrough. So that's done by going to walkthrough, scroll down. Right here is where you're going to submit your document, your manual, and then agree, of course, for the global reference database. And right here is where you would insert the URL. You can just Control and V, and it'll paste the URL in, and whenever you hit submit, it'll give me an active URL that I can click to go see your video. I am going to suggest when you're saving your manual, save it as a PDF format so that you avoid any font jumping on the page. It shouldn't happen, in all honesty, with computers working the way they are these days, but if you put it into a solid PDF format, whatever that PDF looks like on your page, your screen is what it's going to look like on mine. Once you're done with that, you got everything loaded, ready to go, click submit, and then it's just a matter of waiting for me to do the evaluation. So as you can see, score points, 15 points for the video and your presentation, and 15 points for the manual itself. So it's kind of an even split for the 30 points for this particular assignment in the course grade. Do make certain that you get this submitted as well as anything else that's due to me, so that I can get your grades finalized and we can make it to the end of this course with you getting what you desire. And if you have any questions, again, you can feel free to email me. Then I do appreciate you listening to this video. I know it's a little bit early as to when I was going to release it, but still, never hurt to have things a little early. It means you can get done with it a little bit faster. Anyway, have a good one. Thank you.